now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. He's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested, so until then, we just gonna keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's gonna test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but
right.
I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
That definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for,
Terence Crawford has finally reacted to the recently leaked training footage of Jaron Boots Ennis, and his response carried a serious message. After watching the explosive clips of the undefeated young star, Crawford's reaction was nothing short of a warning shot. Because while Ennis has been training like a man possessed ahead of his next fight, Crawford just reminded everyone why he's still the king of the hill. This isn't about clout or call-outs anymore. It's about legacy, respect, and proving a point. As Crawford himself once said, there are levels to this. It all started when new training footage of Boots dropped earlier this week. And let's be real, it was insane. He looked like a machine, lightning-fast pad work, reflex drills straight out of a video game, and footwork that screamed Prime Crawford 2.0. The clips went viral across X, YouTube, and Instagram with captions like, "The next bud is here." Even promoter Eddie Hearn joined the hype, calling Ennis the new Crawford and labeling a fight between them the best matchup in American boxing. Normally, Crawford stays calm and collected, but this time he didn't stay silent. During a post-press conference interview, a reporter showed Bud the Ennis footage and asked, "What do you think of Boots' latest training clips? People are saying he's the next you." Crawford smirked and replied, "If he's the next me, then he's still got a long climb ahead. People talk about highlights. I talk about history. He's in the gym hitting pads. I'm in the record books beating legends." That wasn't just a quote. It was a message. For Crawford, this isn't some online back and forth. It's about proving that even as the new generation rises, the throne still belongs to him. He's 42-0 with 31 knockouts, and now a 5-division world champion after dismantling Canelo Alvarez to become the undisputed king at 168 pounds.
Terence is only going to fight Boots if there's loads of money on the line, because he knows how good Ennis is, and he's not going to fight anymore unless it's for a lot of money. So we have to do what we say. We have to prove the quality of Ennis, and he has to earn his shot against Crawford. But that is the fight that I look at in 9 to 12 months' time, 3 fights down the line. And I think US fight fans are going to be crying out for that fight. Like, you imagine if we beat Lima on Saturday, we beat Ortiz, we beat Fundora or Mertzalayev or Zayas. Everyone will be calling for Ennis v Crawford.
I think a lot of fans are crying for that now.
They have been for years.
Yeah.
But the reality is we still need to, it's not, I think everyone who, like I say, everybody that knows boxing.
Yeah, boxing fans.
One that knows how good Ennis is what a fight. That is unbelievable. But still, you've got to educate people that Ennis is as good as I say he is. Right? And you do that by beating the champion. So we've got work to do.
No one else has ever done that. Not Mayweather, not Pacquiao, not even Canelo himself. So when Ennis's camp started mentioning his name alongside Bud's, it struck a nerve. Promoter Eddie Hearn has been hyping the matchup like it's destiny, telling reporters, Crawford versus Ennis is the fight that defines American boxing. But let's be clear. Crawford knows how dangerous Boots really is. He isn't scared. He just knows that this would be a real fight, one that could test both men's greatness. Interview, and then Hearn doubled down, once again calling Boots the new Crawford, igniting even more talk across the boxing world.
Canelo can't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good. Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round, so
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
That's when Bud decided to respond directly from Omaha, dropping another statement that shook social media. You can't copy greatness, you can only chase it. I don't do new versions. There's only one Bud Crawford, and I'm still active. Interview fans went absolutely wild. The internet split in half. One side declaring Boots the future, the other insisting Bud remains untouchable. Twitter threads, highlight edits, and podcast debates flooded timelines overnight. Everyone had an opinion, but nobody could deny the fire this rivalry just sparked.
I think the perfect weight for Boots is 160. I think he could go there now and be in his absolute prime. He'll be tight at 54 tomorrow. People think that when you move up in weight, all of a sudden it's easy. He's massive. He will 100% go to 168 at some point. So right there, you've got a 4-division championship. But I don't want him just to be a 4-division champion. I want him to be undisputed in those, because I think he's the natural progressor to Terence Crawford. I think he's of the same kind of ability as Terence Crawford. And what Crawford's done is amazing, because he was undisputed in 3 weight classes.
Yeah, you got to prove it in a ring.
Of course you have. It's very well me saying it, but you've got to prove it in a ring. But you've also, people know in boxing. So everyone's always known how good Crawford was. But it took him a long time to get the opportunities to prove it. We've got to make sure that we're not 36, 37, 38 when we're getting those opportunities. Because if Boots can get it at 29, 30, he's going to be around 34, 35. He lives a clean life. Do you know what I mean? I think this guy, I truly believe, I think he could be one of the all-time greats.
Behind all the noise, one thing has become crystal clear. This rivalry might not stay just words for long. The tension feels real, and both men seem destined to meet in the ring sooner rather than later.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
Let's talk about Boots for a moment. His record says it all: 34 wins, 30 knockouts. A former unified welterweight champion, and now the WBA and Ring Magazine title holder at 154 after defeating Imantas Stanionis earlier this year. At just 28, he's not only winning, he's dominating. He trains like a scientist, moves like a cat, and hits like a truck. His combinations are crisp, his defense sharp, and his boxing IQ downright frightening.
He's not me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, you know, and I'm not him. So.
Yeah. Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way to go.